Are you struggling getting your first clients for your cleaning business? Do you maybe not even know where to start in getting new clients? Well, my name is Brad Nelson. I am the owner of Big Sky Exterior Cleaning Specialists here in Western Montana, and I'm going to go over some things that you can do to hopefully get your first clients in the door, or your phone ringing, or you're going to their doors. So the major problem with a brand new business, especially a new cleaning business, is generally there's a lot of people that will want your services and are willing to pay for them. There's plenty of people who need their windows cleaned, or their driveways pressure washed, or gutters cleared out. Problem is they don't know you exist. So how do you let those people know you exist? There's many ways, but just starting out, especially if you have limited money to spend on this, you want to focus first on the people you know. So honestly, go and ask your family, go and ask your friends, people at school, people at work, people at church, everybody you know, because they already know you. Hopefully they already like you, and they trust you enough that at least a portion of those people are going to be willing to hire you or let you come and do some work for them, just so you can build up your skills and build up your media presence. Another thing is, if you are, let's say you're part of social media groups and you have people that maybe you don't necessarily know in real life, but they are in your area, in your service area, you can reach out to those people too. Ask them if they'd like some of your services. The next thing is your local community groups. Like I mentioned, work, school, church, any clubs you're a part of. Just talk to the people that you already know. The next easiest thing I would say that requires the least amount of money is going door to door. Now this can be really brutal, and it can be really nerve-wracking if you've never done anything like this before. But finding a neighborhood that you would like to service, and we can go over picking neighborhoods to go knocking at if that's something you all are interested in. But finding a neighborhood and literally going door to door, knocking on the door, waiting for somebody to answer, and then just asking them, hey, I'm in the neighborhood cleaning windows. Are you interested in getting your windows cleaned? You're going to get a lot of people that say no. You're going to get a lot of people that say, get off my lawn. And you're going to get a handful of people that say, yeah, that actually sounds good. I'd love for you to do that. And while you're going door to door, it is always a good idea to have business cards handy. And I also carry door hangers like this. They have a QR code on the back that takes them to my Facebook page, and it just has a quick blurb about what we do, and it gives them 20% off any of my services. And I leave that at doors that people don't answer. So you'll end up at a neighborhood. Many of the times somebody will be home and they'll answer the door. But if they don't, you can just leave that on the doorknob and walk away. Now, you want to make sure when you're going door to door, you want to have the best first impression. So you want to make sure that you're in clean clothes. If you have the means, preferably something with your logo on it, which I'm not wearing something with my logo on it right now, but I do have that. Oh, my hat actually has my logo on it. And you want to be polite and professional. There are a lot of people online that teach door-to-door techniques, and some of them are really aggressive and really pushy. I would recommend against that, especially when you're starting out. Just be respectful and just let them know, like, oh, okay, you're not interested? That's fine. And you're going to get rejected a lot, and that's okay. But I would, at the very least, when people reject you, say like, okay, that's fine. Here, let me give you a business card. If you're ever interested in the future, please give me a call. And you'd be surprised how many of those people will actually call you in the future because you end up doing their neighbors' windows and they see them and say, oh, that's actually really nice. Then they end up calling you. Also, let's say that you get some jobs booked from knocking door to door in a neighborhood. If you do them right then, that's great. Or if you have to schedule them in the future, that's also great. If you come back to that neighborhood in the future, you can then knock on those neighbors' doors again and say, hey, remember me? Yeah, I know you said no last time, but I just did your neighbors' windows and they're looking great. And since I'm already out here, I'll give you a discount. Sometimes that will sell people that said no in the first place. Another thing that you can focus on, especially when you first get those first jobs with your family and friends and people that you know, make sure you take a lot of photos and a lot of videos, especially before and after photos. Those seem to do really well on social media. And then start posting them on your business social media. If you have a business Instagram account, if you have a business Facebook page, post on there as often as you can. Try to take photos at every job and post them on there. And then share them on your personal social media as well to just get as much traffic to them as you can. Now, another thing with the social media is leveraging community groups. So, for example, on Facebook, we have a business Facebook page that we post to all the time, that we advertise on, and then we cross-post or repost our posts from our Facebook page into our local community groups. We have some groups here in this town that a lot of people are a part of and that we can post in for free. And so joining those kinds of groups and posting your stuff in there can be huge. We've gotten a lot of work that way. Another thing is if you're doing, and this kind of goes back to the door-to-door, going door-to-door, like with window cleaning especially. If you just have a bucket of water and your cleaning belt on for window cleaning, walk downtown, walk into businesses, say, hey, can I clean your windows today? It'll be $20. Give them a really sweet deal because with downtown windows, oftentimes they'll want them done once a month. So they're good reoccurring revenue. The other thing is you can usually do a lot of them really fast. So like my downtown route, I do once a month. It takes me a couple hours and I make a few $100s each time. I make more money doing residential and some other stuff, but the other thing that I think a lot of people don't realize is while I'm downtown, I get people all the time walking up to me and asking if I also clean windows on houses. And then I can have a conversation with that person and say, oh, yes, I do. I also do these other things. And then I can give them a business card. So just because the downtown windows don't necessarily make a whole ton of money, it makes up for itself in advertising because you're out there, you are servicing a business that they already know, and then those people are then interested in your service. And then going back to the social media, if you make relationships with these businesses, you do good work, they appreciate your service, you go in, make small talk with them. Sometimes they will post on their social media about you doing work on their business. So for example, I do the windows at a local grocery store. Every time I do the windows at this grocery store, they take photos of me and they post them on their Facebook page, which has a way bigger following than my Facebook page does. And I've gotten a lot of jobs from those posts. I get people calling and saying, "Oh, I saw you on this post from this supermarket. Looks like you do good work. Can I hire you?" So, and asking for that is okay. if you go in, you build a relationship with these other businesses, you can say, hey, I've been servicing you for the past couple months or whatever. I would really appreciate it if you could post on your Facebook or if you take a photo of yourself working at their business, post it on Facebook, tag them in it, and then ask them to repost it. Most of the time they'll say yes, especially if they like your work. So the next thing that you can do is attending local events and networking. And this is kind of, this goes back to the community pages on social media, but in real life. So going to, a lot of these can be free. Some of them are paid, but go to your local farmers markets, talk to the booths that are there. Maybe they have a brick and mortar place here in town. You say, oh, hey, I noticed that you've got a restaurant downtown. Can I come clean your windows sometime? Or something like that. Just starting up a conversation with them. Meeting other business owners is a good idea. Going to city council meetings, meeting people there. There's all sorts of other groups as well that you can participate in, be part of your community, meet people who are also part of your community, maybe even influential in your community, and get business that way. Church groups, that's a big one. Going and meeting people at church groups or other community groups. There are some paid ones that may or may not be worth it. Just starting out, you might not have the funds to join some of the associations and stuff, but like here locally, we have a business association that you can join, and here it's only $50 a year, but depending on where you live, it might be more, it might be less. And they do all sorts of things in the community, and they have networking events where the business owners that are a part of that association get together and mingle. Same kind of thing with the Chamber of Commerce. Our Chamber of Commerce here is $180 a year, but they put on events all the time. They put on dinners, they put on vendors markets and all that sort of thing where people can get together and talk to each other and network. So those are very beneficial to get your name out there as well. Trying to think. You could get a booth at a vendor's market or a farmer's market, but again, you're going to be paying for a space, depending on where it is or what the size is. Could be anywhere from $25 to $250, and those can be beneficial. Just depends on how you do it. So the final thing I want to talk about is, while you're doing all of this, knocking on doors, talking to people you already know, networking with other business owners, other people in your community, the most important thing that I think you can do to help get new clients in the door is do good work. If you do quality work, people will start talking. If you do terrible work, people will also start talking. But if you do terrible work, people will tell people not to hire you. So do quality work. Go above and beyond for your customers. Provide amazing value. Give them an offer that they can't refuse, and fix any mistakes that you make, and be professional and respectful. And it will just start to snowball. And eventually you will be getting calls, and people will be saying, oh, my friend Susie said that you came and cleaned her windows and you did an awesome job. I would love if you would come out and clean my window. And so on. I've gotten people, there's one woman that I cleaned her windows, and she belongs to a bridge club. They play bridge every week. And she told all the ladies in her bridge club that I did a great job. And now I've done almost everybody in that bridge club, I've done almost all their windows because of that lady's recommendation. So doing good quality work goes a long way. So remember, Start with the people that you know. Those are going to be the easiest to sell. They already know, they already like you. Then going door to door is a great way to get your name out there without spending a ton of money. Also, taking photos of everything you do, every job you do, and then posting it on social media, and with your information, by the way, your phone number or whatever, is going to be a good way to get your name out there on the social media, and cross-posting those on community groups that are in your local community. And then again, just be professional, do good work, and everything will just start to snowball, and your phone will start ringing off the hook. So thank you for watching. If there was anything that I missed, or anything that you guys do that you'd like to share, put it down in the comments. We also have a free online community with also free online courses in that community. There's a link in the description to that. It's free to join. If you're just learning, or if you are experienced, we want you in there trying to share knowledge for free, get people to start their businesses and create the lives that they want. And yeah, thank you. We'll see you in the next one.